Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel, and it's finally happened. We finally got a win on this one, guys. US actor Danny Masterson found guilty on 2 counts of this. It was 3 counts, but sadly one of the people didn't get a guilty verdict. They just ended up like, no, we couldn't come to anything. A jury in LA has found US actor Danny Masterson guilty on 2 out of 3 counts of this. The star of That 70s Show faces up to 30 years in prison. He was led from court in handcuffs. 3 women, all former members of the Church of Scientology, accused the actor of this at his Hollywood home from 2001 to 2003. Prosecutors argued Masterson had relied on his status as a prominent Scientologist to avoid accountability. The jury of 7 women and 5 men were unable to reach a verdict on the 3rd count after a week of deliberations, ending up deadlocked at 8-4. One of his victims, who was done in 2003, said in a statement, "I am experiencing a complex array of emotions. Relief, exhaustion, strength, sadness, knowing that Danny Masterson will face accountability for his criminal behaviour." Danny Masterson's wife, actress and model Bjorn Phillips, wept as he was led away. Other family and friends sat stone-faced. Yeah, family and friends just sat there stone-faced. Only his wife was crying. To me, it's a bit like, yeah, it's happened, you know? Maybe they were just there like, oh, okay, right. Or, other things may have happened. But if I had a family member who just kept going to me, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'd be upset. I wouldn't be stone-faced. But again, no, different people react differently. Another jury in an earlier trial was unable to reach a verdict in December 2022. Prosecutors chose to retry Masterson, and this time the judge allowed attorneys to present new evidence that had been barred from the first trial. Though the actor was not charged with doing this, the jury heard testimonies that the women had been dosed up before he did this. Masterson was first accused of this in 2017 during the height of the Me Too movement. He responded by saying that he had not been charged or convicted of a crime, and that in the climate at the time, it seems as if you are presumed guilty the moment you are accused. Now, with that part there, I will say I am always for innocent until proven guilty, unless there's overwhelming amounts of evidence suggesting you are that horrible person. Because if there's overwhelming amounts of evidence pointing out that you are, the evidence is the truth. That's what's there. That's what's showing you it. Charges came after a 3-year investigation by the LAPD. Prosecutors did not file charges in 2 other cases because of insufficient evidence and the statute of limitations expiring. Throughout the trial, prosecutors argued that the Church of Scientology had helped cover up the assaults, an allegation the organisation has categorically denied. Well, of course they will. But Leah Remini put out a couple of letters that were sent to her, and she was told they were sent to David Miscavige and his people, and they basically just didn't care. In a statement after the verdict was announced, the International Church of Scientology claimed prosecutors' attacks on the church during the trial was an unprecedented violation of the First Amendment. The church was not a party to this case, and religion did not belong in this proceeding, the organisation wrote on Twitter. The district attorney unconsolably centred his prosecution on the defendant's religion. No, they didn't. At the time of this, Masterson and all 3 of his accusers were Scientologists. Several of the women said it took them years to come forward because the Church of Scientology officials discouraged them from reporting the incident to the police, which we have seen as well. Instead, they were forced to rely on the church's internal justice system, prosecutors said. Scientology officials told one survivor she would be kicked out of the church unless she signed a non-disclosure agreement and accepted a payment of $400,000, according to prosecutors. Judge Charlene Almeida allowed both sides to discuss the dogma and practices of Scientology. But Deputy District Attorney Anson told jurors during the trial the church taught his victims, "This isn't this, you caused this, and above all, you are never allowed to go to law enforcement." In its statement, the church said there was not a scintilla of evidence supporting the scandalous allegations that the church harassed the accusers. Throughout the trial, the defense tried to undermine the credibility of the Jane Does by focusing on inconsistencies in their testimony and their supposed drive to get revenge against their former church. Yeah, it's like, no, it's not against the church. But the church should be involved because they're the ones who covered it up. But again, no, so many religions do that this day and age as well. During closing arguments, Masterson's defense lawyer said to the survivors, "If you are looking for motives why people are not being truthful, there are motives all over the place." Although the Church of Scientology was not a defendant in the case, before closing arguments began, a lawyer with ties to the church emailed the district attorney's office to complain about the way the church was portrayed during the retrial. The defense also argued that the prosecution had relied heavily on testimony about this because there was an absence of evidence of any force or this. Masterson's lawyers tried unsuccessfully to have a mistrial declared. Yeah, we have seen so many things happening regarding this. As it says right by there, you got they argued you're relying on testimony of them doing this, but he did do that to him. You know, it's interesting to see how certain lawyers go about their cases and what they try and bring out of it and what they try and bring forward so people can see. We saw it with the Johnny Depp and AH trial last year. We saw them that for some unknown reason, Elaine and their team, she decided to focus on muffins because Amber Heard's a big star, so she wanted muffins. And it's like, what? Where's this going? On our channel, on here with all of us, we had all the lawyers with us, and even they're like, what is going on? You know, you had Legal Bites, Lauren Lumber. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Why are they doing this? Why are they saying all this nonsense? But you know, with this, though, we've seen it now. It's good to see, and well, fingers crossed. Other people who think they can do horrible things and get away with it, this is it. Hopefully now people will be able to actually get justice for things that have happened. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.